Hello, somebodies. We are
the Nobodies.
What are we doing here today?
Today we are going to be interviewing the great little Miss Nasty. How you doing, Gina? We could call you, correct?
Yeah, I'm Gina. What's up, guys?
We're doing fantastic. We actually found you by your video with Heidi Shepherd from the Butcher Babies. As you can see, I got her shirt on today.
Yes, fully representing. I was wondering how you guys found us. Are you a huge Heidi fan or Butcher Babies fan?
We are huge Butcher Babies fans, yes.
Yeah, we listened to a couple of the songs, heard about you, and we were like, wow, she's awesome as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, babes.
Yeah, we actually saw Korn. I've seen Korn 18 times now, so
Wow.
When I saw Freak on a Leash, I was like, I have to check it out, and, you know, with beautiful women, it helps too, you know what I mean? So.
Of course. That's the way, you sell things. You got to have the hot babes.
Yes, that's what they tell me, yes.
This talk right next to my dad is scaring me a little. So.
No, you guys are the cutest father-son couple ever. As soon as I saw your video reviewing our music video, I watched it 3 times, just laughing my ass off.
Thank you.
You guys are hilarious. You're so quick and funny, and it was really an honor to have you guys review our video. So thank you.
Oh, well,
thank you.
You're welcome, definitely. So we have a lot of questions for you today. So, yes. So, tell us, what is it you do to make your shows very successful?
I'm just resilient. I work hard. I push. I hire the best, top-notch performers you could ever possibly find. I mean, we're based out here in Los Angeles, and we have a headquarters in Las Vegas, and I gravitate the top-notch women. And if you know anything about dancers in Los Angeles, it's like the place to be, the best of the best. I find these women who are sick of dancing behind the artist and who want to be the artist. Like, these women are rock stars. They're superstars, and they don't deserve to do a 5, 6, 7, 8 behind Britney Spears. They need to be in front, performing their face off. So I think it's really quality of performers and just pushing, never giving up, working at it every single day. Honestly, it's my 24/7 job.
So how do you go and get in contact with all these people? Do you have like posters that you put up? Is this like just the famousness you have now? What do you do?
I'm kind of like a creeper on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. I will lurk these ladies' accounts before I even know them. And so I do hold auditions, but I'm really more so into, who do you know? I'll ask one of my top performers, any girls coming up in the game who would be down for something like this? And then I kind of stalk them for a month or 2 and catch their vibe and make sure they're cool, talented, nice, human, just basic things that I would look for in an employee/teammate. And I just go for it.
Well, that sounds great. Now, when you go on tour, are they the same ladies that you take with you, or do you get women from every city and state that you go to?
That's a good question. I have some ride or die tour rats that are all about that life, because I don't know if you guys know, tour is so hardcore. It's like glamping, to put it nicely, in a pretty state of mind. But it's like, sometimes you don't get a shower, you're stuck on a bus, your clothes are dirty, you wear dirty costumes the next day. It's like show after show, breaking your body. It's just very intense. It's not for everybody. So there are a few of my girls who are just down and like, let's hit the road. I want to tour everywhere. So I try to scoop them up first, because I know they're into the whole experience and won't be a problem. And then after that, I don't mind dabbling around. Like I said, our LA cast is strong, but I also have a strong Vegas cast. So I do pluck from both cities, depending,
Yeah, of course.
Some of my best tour girls are based in Vegas, and then some of my best dancers are based in Los Angeles. And so we kind of like come together and do the damn thing.
Do you ever find these moments where these people are kind of bringing you up, like as yourself?
You mean like making me feel good?
Yeah, like giving you your motivation along, like because they're working alongside you now.
Oh yeah. I don't highly rely on them for my well-being, but it is important to have awesome humans around me. And so even if I notice that a girl is like sort of into it or just doing it for the money and they aren't fully passionate about representing Little Miss Nasty and like being the brand, I will slowly work them out. I'm like very much looking for always and expecting these ladies to be ride or die. Like shit, what is the word? Unashamed?
Yeah.
Shameless.
Yeah,
Shameless.
that works.
There's like nothing to be afraid of. We're just powerful women going out there spreading this sexy empowerment that honestly both men and women love. And so there's nothing to be shy about, you know? We're only like this once in our life. We might as well just go use it to our advantage.
Yes. So, but do you, going back to my question, do you pick up, like, say you're in New York, do you pick up girls from New York at that time?
Not at that time. Normally, when we tour or do spot dates, which is like a weekend traveling show, I will just stick with the current cast or, like I said, LA Vegas girls. But we are starting a New York residency. So I will be scouting and hunting and plucking some New York babes to start training up to hold that down while I'm on the West Coast. They can rock the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Hell yeah.
that's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So, do you have a DJ that also travels with you? How is your music played at your shows?
Our music is a mix that we create in advance. And so there's like an epic, triumphant intro that's like very orchestra driven and like this huge build, and then it drops into Rob Zombie. And then we do our Rob Zombie act, then there's a long interlude and it flows right into the next piece. And so it's a very thought out 65-minute show with like 20 numbers, but in between every number, there's an interlude that meshes it together nicely and kind of like sets up the vibe of the next piece. And it's just one long track with visuals.
So, no DJs, just tracks.
Yeah, just press play,
Hey,
start the lights, and we're good to go.
go to town.
Do you ever
Yeah.
make sure that you have like different things set up for each show, or do you like giving fans the same thing?
Well, our show is structured and choreographed. So from top to bottom, we have a general idea of what we're going to do. You know, you enter from stage left, you go to your position here, you do your dance, you run off stage right, you change your outfit over there, put on your new one. Come on. Like there's so many directions and just information you have to store in your brain. However, during solo moments or what we call like freestyle, which is limited throughout the show, but when there is that chance, you kind of have the moment of freedom every single night to just do whatever you want. So say, you know, I'm feeling super sexy today. Maybe during my freestyle in my solo, I'm like way more erotic than I was last night. Or if the crowd is like being jerk offs, you know, maybe I'll take my beer and slam it in their face or spin on them. You know, it's really up to our mood that night, how far we take it and what kind of character we dive into. So there's like wiggle room to be creative every night.
So you definitely have a bunch of bouncers that travel with you too.
They don't travel with us, but venues do provide
They do
security and, you know.
So when you get into a city, do you find yourself doing a lot of sightseeing, or you get into that city, you do your show, and you're on to the next?
That's basically how it is. I mean, for me personally, when I tour, it's like all about the show for me. And the whole day, I'm very much into like prepping as if the show is the only thing going on in my life. So I like to go find a gym and do my everyday workout and find a sauna and relax and stretch and take a full shower at the gym, come to the sound check, do our little run through, get ready for the show. I'm very much like boring. Some girls like to go out and about and find the cutest coffee shop as soon as they wake up or go sightsee, this and that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but it just all depends on your tour flow and what keeps you happy.
You're telling me you've never gone to some absolutely crazy party on tour? That you're like, I shouldn't be here right now, but I'm here.
Definitely. I'm talking about before the show right now, but after the show is a whole other story. You just stuff goes down.
I'm sure it does.
I respect that.
So you played the cover "Freak on a Leash" with the great Heidi Shepherd from the Butcher Babies.
Yeah.
Now, how do you get a beautiful woman like that to join you in a music video? Do you, like you said, stalk her?
I mean, I didn't go that far with Heidi, but we kind of have a past. She's obviously from LA. Her band blew up in LA before she moved to Vegas. And, I'd see her around back in the day. I also have a band, Gina and the Eastern Bloc. And so we were kind of like coming up at the same time. And they signed with Century Media and they were blowing up. And I would just see them like at parties and on the Sunset Strip or wherever. So I always knew about her. We weren't like BFFs by any means. But when we were writing this song, Mark, our producer, was like, oh, it would be sick to feature someone on this and have the contrast in voices. You can hold down the verse with like a low, gritty, kind of eerie voice. And we'll have like this rock star woman come in and just hit him in the face on the end, like singing her ass off. And I was like, sounds like a good plan. So we had a little short list and Heidi was on there because she's badass and a powerful female in metal and can scream, sing. And, all it took was a little call and she was down, like almost immediately, just let's go. I'm down.
Good. And do you have to call Korn and make it, or do you just do it and hope they don't sue you or whatever? How does that work?
You just do it. I think it's free for all when it comes to making covers, and obviously they get writing and publishing through the whole music like payment system. Like obviously we didn't write the words, and so he's getting all of that, whatever money it makes. And then you just kind of do it. But a funny story, we're really good friends with Jay Gordon from Orgy, the singer. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the band. Orgy. He's like, he was obsessed with Freak on a Leash when we first released it. And he's like, oh my God. And he's like, you don't even understand. Like, Jonathan Davis is like my mentor. And, when I was coming up, he was like all about me and helped me out. I don't know. So they apparently are best friends, talk all the time. And he's like, let me send it to him. And we're like, no, wait, like, we're nervous. I'm like, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna think? And he's like, oh, he's gonna fucking love it. Like, let me just send it. And he's like, too late, I already sent it. And I was like, oh my God, Jonathan Davis is gonna hear our song. And then we were like, so what'd he say? We just wanted to know. Like, hey. And then I guess he only said, it's interesting. He has no opinion either way. Maybe he hates it. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But he thinks it's interesting. So
that's better than it sucks, right?
Well, honestly, thinking about it, though, it was a very different song from the original other than the lyrics, obviously. So I wanted to know what was like the process behind creating it. How did you guys brainstorm that whole song?
Well, honestly, it was all Mark. He was creating this beat, and then once it was sort of like a stable beat, he's like, you know what this is going to be? And I'm like, what? Just like some hip hop song or something. Like there wasn't really a big rock ending yet. It was just like this slow, vibey 808 track. And I was like, what? And he's like, Freak on a Leash, feel me out. And I was like, no. I'm like, this could never be Freak on a Leash, And he's like, no, it'd be sick. And so he kind of did a demo vocal for me to follow. So I went in the studio and I was trying to sing the verses and it was like so low. The key of the song is just like, and for a man, it's like the normal, singing voice. Mm-hmm. For a woman, it's either too low or too high if you go like the octave up. I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying.
No, I get you. I completely get you.
Music theory very well.
So I'm like, I'll try, but my first recordings were just trash. I'm like, I don't know, like it hurts, like it feels too low. I can't go this low. Let's just change the key of the song so I can comfortably, sing the verse and the chorus or whatever. But he's like, no. I'm like, okay. So it took me like 2 more times of just kind of practicing. And we have a home studio. So I just go in this like vocal booth closet and fuck around whenever, I feel the calling. And so I went back in there one day and like suddenly my voice was way deeper and I could hit the low notes. And I was like, okay, well, this is kind of working. And then we had some Little Miss Nasty girls come in and drop background vocals up until we traveled to Michigan to meet up with Heidi to have her record on it because she was in Michigan for a couple of months recording the new Butcher Babies album because Carla lives there and so does their producer. So actually, I think Carla is in Illinois, but they're all there and my family's from Michigan. So I was like, I'm gonna stay with my family, see my family, go record Heidi and do it all. And that's how we kind of just made it all happen.
Nice. I actually saw Heidi in New York City. I went to her show and I told her all about, our video and how we reacted to you guys. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'll check it out. So I still don't know if she did or not.
Oh my, I'll send her the link. I think it's so cute. When I finally found it, I was like, oh, like, this is amazing.
Well, hopefully she says it's interesting.
Yeah.
She's honestly one of the coolest people we've ever worked with, collaborated with. She was so down for everything and just like very professional and just, so it's kind of funny because you guys obviously saw the video and it's sexy, I can explain a little bit more about what it is about, but once she agreed to do the song, I was like, okay, let's get her in on the video too, because we can't just do the song. Like, we have to have a video. And so I was all nervous because my concept was like Little Miss Nasty driven with all of the dark art, in an erotic way and just presenting the song as Little Miss Nasty would. So instead of just calling her or writing a text to explain it, I set up a Zoom because I really wanted to like sell it with my hands and show her the outfits and just explain everything in a major pitch. So she'd be like, okay, instead of like, I don't know, this sounds weird. Like, I'm going to be, in black paint with some girl rubbing it all over my body. Like, hell no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
My concepts are, nasty. So I pitched it. Like the name. She sat there and she's like, just listening to my whole entire pitch. And I was like, she's probably not going to want to go for it. Then 5 minutes after our Zoom, I get a paragraph text from her. And she's like, you know what, Gina? And she's like, I'm thinking about this. And I'm so fucking down. Let's ride this bitch to the end. And she's like, there's no age limit or there's no like barriers holding me down. A woman can be beautiful and sexy and powerful no matter what if she feels like this whole thing about being a badass female. And she's like, thank you for reminding me of how beautiful I am. Or just like so many great things like that totally follow our brand of like female empowerment. And so as soon as she said that, I was like, yes, bitch, like let's go. And so all my concepts worked.
Good. You're a saleswoman for sure.
Yeah.
So, what do you got planned for 2023? What's the big plans?
Oh my God. So much planned, you guys. Where are you guys from?
New York.
Oh, are you coming to our show?
Long Island, February 17th, 19th.
February 17th is sold out, but 19th is available.
Yeah,
You should come.
I gotta look at my work. my job is so important.
Wait, and you're probably not even 21.
No, he's 20.
We can pretend I'm 21. I'm cool with that.
Get a fake ID. Just kidding. No. So 2023, oh my gosh. We are launching a Vegas residency. We've had residencies on and off throughout the past like 5 years. And we locked this new one in, you guys. If you ever come to Vegas, you have to hit up Area 15. It's this new sick compound. It's like a big warehouse with like immersive art experiences throughout. It kind of looks like an EDM club when you walk in. You're like, And one of their venues is called The Portal, and that's where Little Miss Nasty's new show is. And it's super fucking amazing because it's a huge room, but all the way around is 360-degree visuals. And if you've seen our video, you know we love like dark, chippy visuals. Our show is like badass. Our music is badass, but then the visuals just like surrounding and swallowing the audience is a really intense type of show. So it's like our biggest show yet. We're super excited. It's monthly, starting in January. Also, we're kicking off New York City because we've always wanted to, and why the hell not? Yeah. So opening weekend, February 17th, sold out in less than 3 weeks of announcement. So like New York is coming through. You know, we were kind of like, are they going to eat it up? But they are hungry. They want to be nasty. We're coming out there, baby. February 17th, sold out. February 19th, half the tickets are left. So if you guys drop this before then, get your fucking tickets.
Yeah, we'll be dropping it by tomorrow for sure.
Oh, you are? Look at you guys, just on it.
We're just like you. Go, go, go.
I know. Boom, boom, boom. Except for how I lost my to-do list, and now we're here together.
You're the first. You're the first interview of 2023. So
I know. I was like so stoked. I'm like, let's go in with a bang. And I'm like, sign me up for all the interviews. I'm ready to chat. I want to just, hit you guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, thank you for having me.
So our last question that we usually ask to everybody is, what would you say to anyone trying to get into the dancing or music business?
Wow. You really have to be good and unique. So get to a major city if you can, especially for dance. Like music, you can really do anywhere. But dance, you have to be in a city like Los Angeles, New York. Los Angeles is more like, dancing for artists, like music videos, award shows, tours, movies, TV, commercials. It's very like sexy, edgy. New York is more so like technical and like Broadway, and there is still some commercial stuff, but if you really want to get into like the dance scene, I think Los Angeles is a better city for that. Or even Vegas has tons of gigs and shows for dancers. Get to the big city, network. You need to know people, but it's more important who knows you. So like put yourself out there, don't be shy. Self-promote and never stop, and really don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Like if you feel embarrassed promoting yourself, then it's not the right business for you. You have to be your own spokeswoman, man. Go out there and just like own it and throw it in people's faces and just never give up and be unique. Don't try to be like anyone else. I think, there's already them. We don't need two of them.
Yeah. I work in construction, and I got to deal with the guys, YouTube channel, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you watch. You're going to be on a shovel when I'm fucking somewhere up there.
Oh, my God.
Exactly. See? You guys are killing it.
I'm turning 21 this year. That's all I got.
Okay, what month? What's your birthday?
July 2nd.
Summer baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. We're going to be going on tour soon. Mm-hmm. So anytime we come through, you guys have to hit up our show.
I got you. It sounds like
I want to meet you in person for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was awesome. This was a good time. I'm so glad we got to do this.
I know. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I hope it goes to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. You will do our outro and you be part of it. Okay.
Okay.
This is the fun part. So everyone, remember to hit that like, subscribe button, and tell us down in the comment section below what songs we should listen to and who we should have on the channel. Little Miss Nasty, thank you so much for joining us. This was a very fun interview. A little bit too much language, if you ask me. Dropping F-bombs. I love screwing with people with that. It's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Fuck him.
Sorry, I love
you. And press the subscribe button to get notified every time we upload a video. 2023 is going to be big. We're ready for it. I hope everyone else is. I'm Son.
And I'm Father. And you are?
Gina from Little Miss Nasty.
Yes. gone.